Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we cannot remember or can't remember well, I'll say.
You're already second-guessing yourself.
Oh, boy. Then we pause the recording. We eat 2 pizzas and 2 salads. Thank you, patrons. While watching the movie that we didn't remember very well in the first half. Come back. Recording is back on, baby. We're talking again. Now we know the movie from head to tail.
Oh.
Tip
What?
top. Stern to
Bow?
Stern.
What?
If Laura Dern's in it, that is.
Well, sure. Then it's
And
just Dern to
Daniel
Dern.
Stern.
That's right. Stern to Dern.
They in a movie together?
New podcast.
Trademarked.
My name is Dan.
This is Molly.
I'm also Dan.
And I'm Beth.
And our movie, this very special and a reoccurring February episode is Cinderella.
Oh. Because as we know, Disney, what is it again? Disney movies are the most romantic movies of all
Most
time.
romantic. We watch a Disney animated classic.
It's Valentine's Day, the opposite of Eve. You're
Yeah.
full of love and chocolate. Now keep that going by watching an old Disney film.
That's right.
Wow. So I can tell you right now I'm going to have a hard time keeping this straight versus Beauty and the Beast. Nope. The other one, Sleeping Beauty.
Okay,
Yep.
we already watched that.
Right.
Last
And there
year.
were so many overlaps, right? Because I feel like half the time we were like, no, that's in Cinderella.
Probably.
Okay.
But also when we watched that one, it was like, this is the same movie as Snow White, which we
Oof.
watched 2 years ago.
Oh, boy.
What a mess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
I saw this movie as a child
Me too.
on a VHS or something.
Yeah,
Oh, for
me
sure.
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not
yeah.
special.
Yeah.
I had
Clamshell.
that clamshell.
Ooh, nice.
Diamond
Oh.
edition or whatever it was.
Ooh.
Wasn't there like a little black diamond on the side of some of
Like a
those?
ski slope?
Yeah, I don't. What
Ooh,
did
this
that even
movie's
mean?
very dangerous.
I don't think there was anything special about it. It
Well,
just
that was because they would release things from the vault.
yeah.
Because they used to be able to control distribution
Yeah.
by like really controlling.
Yeah. Are they just done with the vault now that they got a streaming
I think so.
platform?
I think that is the vault. I think
Yeah.
that's the idea. It's like, ooh, we've opened
You've
the
got a
vault, and
key
now
to the
you've
vault.
got a key for how much money a month?
$5.99, $4.99.
Oh, more than that, probably.
Well,
Did you
anyway,
get a hot deal?
a bargain at any price.
Yeah.
Wait, Molly, are you trying to advertise Disney Plus?
I think I was, and I
Oh,
was
they
like,
don't need our help.
They
that is
do
not
need
part
us.
of our canon.
This is an old movie.
Yes.
Yep. How old is it?
Ooh.
Little trip down memory lane. Last year, I was positive that Sleeping Beauty came out before this because it looked old. And then we discovered, Cinderella came out before Sleeping Beauty.
Oh.
That doesn't help me at all name the year.
After Snow White,
After Snow
Yes.
White, which was in 19...
35?
Wow.
It was definitely older than any of us thought.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Unless someone
say...
42.
59.
Nice.
Nice.
It's truly the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's not even the right number. Dan and I made eye contact. we made eye contact, and there was an understanding that passed between us
Oh my gosh.
through the microphones.
55.
Ooh, I'm gonna say 40. Wait, what did?
I said 42.
2.
Oh, that was a bad.
I'm
anyway.
gonna say 44. Hitler's on the rise,
jeez.
and now America's coming in to give him what for. So, what better way to get our boys ready to rock than the story of a woman who's poor, who needs help?
Yeah, Germanic fairy tale.
Ooh, collar pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably wrong then.
I think this is. I've seen a lot of Disney movies growing up, but I think this is
Right.
one of the ones that sticks in my head the most because of the iconic moments with the. It's not a magic sleigh. The pumpkin turns into a coach,
Carriage,
a beautiful,
coach,
carriage or coach, and just the iconic, slipper on the stairs. And she has 3. Does she have just one? Just one fairy godmother?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she wears blue.
That's Sleeping Beauty and Snooty.
Yes.
You
okay,
studied the
got it.
3 fairies.
The 3. Cinderella's got 3 sisters.
Oh,
yeah.
Stepsisters.
they're
No,
rough.
she's got
Two
two.
steps.
Two?
But the
Yeah.
mom is also bad.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a trio of bad, but
Okay.
one of them's a mom.
3 bad ladies.
3 bad ladies. That was the alternate title of the
Yeah.
movie.
I think I've seen this movie 100 times.
Really? I guess you had the Black Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Proved your worth
just
to the
on
Disney
repeat
Corp.
at our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of the ones I didn't see that much because I don't remember. All I remember is the transformation scene and her running the stairs because that's just on like every commercial for this movie.
Yeah.
And then I remember there's a fat mouse who rocks.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's
That's
great.
all I remember about the movie.
The
Gus,
mice
Gus.
rule in this movie. They're cute as shit.
Yeah.
Very helpful. Very
So
competent.
there's many mice.
Yeah. The rotund mouse has a buddy or two.
I see.
Gus.
She really Gus. Is
Gus
that
is the rotund.
Beth has already said Gus.
Gus. Is it
Gus,
two
Gus?
Gus's?
Two
I think
Gus?
it's Gus Gus.
Oh, that's even better.
Or he always says Gus.
Oh.
Yeah, he might be like that goose from Charlotte's Web. No,
Goose
the
Goose?
Mouse Mouse?
one of the mouse says things twice all the time. Templeton,
I never read it.
Oh.
I've
Charlotte's
seen
Web.
And
I'm
Charlotte's
having
Web?
trouble pulling up stuff from this movie.
You want to talk about Charlotte's Web?
Breaking my
We should
brain.
watch Charlotte's Web.
Let's go down the list.
Jacques is the other mouse.
Oh, I love it.
Probably tall, thin mouse.
Yep.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
Let's go down the list of all of her animal friends because there's definitely more animal friends because someone has to turn into something else,
There's
right?
got to be a
Oh
bird.
yeah.
Because isn't there a guy with the coach?
That's Jacques.
I thought the mice turn into horses.
I think the
Oh.
horses turn into more majestic horses.
Whoa.
Wait, no. I think you're right. Wait.
How many horses? I'm going 4. Like
Going-
the apocalypse.
Wouldn't it just be two?
Yeah, I'm going to say 2.
Yeah, I felt wrong as soon
The
as
one
4, but I'm
person
sticking with it.
coach, right?
Sure, but it's fancy.
That's true.
It's got to be
That's
pretty
like-
heavy.
that's
Made
like
of
the,
like glass, silver. I don't know.
Pumpkin.
I'm gonna bet the coachman is a mangy dog.
Oh,
that seems
yeah.
right.
That's Dan's bet.
Mangy dog is good.
Write that down.
I feel like the mice are the animals that she interacts with the most.
Right.
But
'Cause they can
there's
go every which way.
definitely like birds that can make dresses.
Yeah, the birds are sewing like crazy in this movie.
Yeah. And maybe other
Squirrels?
creatures
I think
Squirrels?
or
squirrels.
chipmunks.
I think
Maybe
squirrels.
both.
Those fluffy tails.
Yeah.
You're an
that's-
animator?
That's more fun to
You want to draw that
animate.
fluffy tail?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Did you write down chipmunks?
you're not writing down anything.
I wrote down mangy dog.
I'm losing. I think for the same reason as we had last time, where I combine all of them. I have no concept of like where they live. Like, are they in an urban environment? Are they like out in the farmland, and then she comes into the kingdom?
I think she's sort of like in town.
Okay.
It's like a castle situation up on the hill and then town around the castle. And she's sort of like in town,
Okay.
It's the Ton,
Okay.
right?
Oh.
like Catan.
I watched a lot of Bridgerton,
Oh yes, I see what
Okay.
you're saying.
and yeah,
It's
the
like that
society area is the Ton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Bridgewater basically, in 2 different ways, does Cinderella.
Wait, Bridgewater? Is that different from Bridgerton?
No.
Bridgerton. Did I say Bridgewater?
You did.
Yeah.
I meant Bridgerton.
What's Bridgewater?
That sounds like a
It's like
development
It sounds
corporation.
like a special ops contractor. You
I
don't
was
want to
gonna
know
say,
too much about.
I was going to say it sounds like someone that did some horrible things in the early 2000s.
It's like definitely a corporation out of Delaware.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
what's the ton?
Just like the society zone.
Yeah, it's
Right?
like where people would go courting and do all the stuff
Oh,
and,
okay.
and try to be in the palace
During the
and-
season.
During the season.
Okay. I think they live in like the poor outskirts.
Oh, I
No.
don't think they're poor.
No, they're rich.
Are they?
That's the whole point.
Are they rich, or are they just trying to put on airs of wealth?
No, they are genuinely rich, but they fail in other characteristics.
I guess the sisters do get invited to the big ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all get
Oh,
invited.
I see.
I think all the women in the village do. Or all the town.
Oh,
The whole
town.
but then the
point is
bad
that-
ladies are like, "You're not going. You're garbage."
Cinderella's
Scrub-a-dub-dub.
poverty is imposed upon her as a punishment for being the daughter of the dad who dies, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I believe they're very wealthy, and the stepmother, evil stepmother, has velvety curtains that
Wow.
have to be like drawn open in the morning. Her room is very rich looking. And there's a snotty cat.
Oh,
I can't wait for this cat.
He chases the mice around,
Nice.
and he like does things to like mess with Cinderella.
Oh,
The
there's
cat's
so many-
against her too?
Yeah, he's like an
Aw.
evil cat.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Does the cat get transformed into something?
No,
As
I
like an
think
LOL?
Only her. Well, an LOL.
I think he would try to mess it up.
Yeah, but like, I don't mean like maybe something that like helps her, but like just for fun, it turns into like a dirty pig or something.
Yeah,
Aw.
I don't think so.
Okay.
The Fairy Godmother's got some sass, but I don't think she's
Not
nasty
punitive.
enough.
Is this the bippity boppity?
It is bippity
Okay.
boppity.
Oh,
Great.
I remember having the feeling watching this movie of really wanting to be Cinderella.
The
Same.
later part or the
witch?
no, like the part where she's actually like
Well,
doing
no,
good for
because
herself.
she's so glamorous, even as someone who's put upon. Like, you know what I mean? She has a very, even as she's being forced to do a lot of work, like you can feel the burden of it, but also her desire to like still be
The
optimistic.
grace.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
could talk to animals, which is the coolest thing
That
in the
is the
world.
Agreed.
Sure.
Coolest thing in the world.
They like make stuff for her and with her.
That rules. Yeah.
Yeah. And she is also a really good singer.
Oh.
Okay. Was this?
Is
Are we
that
doing
canon
songs,
or
What's it?
or is this? Do we have like full musical numbers, or is this more like?
well? There's
How
Bippity
dare you.
Boppity.
It's
Bippity Boppity
kind
is a song.
of like that. I think it's kind of in the middle of Snow White and I don't know, and Little Mermaid, right?
Yeah, because
I like the music in this. I don't know if everybody else does.
Bippity Boppity.
There's Bippity Boppity.
That's a song.
Yes, and then Cinderella, we know that because it's a
Oh,
song.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
Yep.
That classic.
There's
Is there another one of
So
like?
This Is Love.
Oh,
Wow, really?
Yep.
Crooner.
And there's
Is that from the Prince?
Yep. No, maybe he sings with her.
Uh,
I can't remember now. She sings like something is like sing sweet nightingale, sing sweet nightingale.
Is this another
think that's from
situation where
this.
she's just singing and then the man just butts in and becomes part of the song?
I don't know if he's there at that moment.
I don't think they meet till the big ball.
No, he comes in because oh wait, does he come in? No, you're right. They don't meet until the ball. You're right.
Yeah,
Does he have brown hair?
Yes.
Is he a
Or,
dud?
Like
yeah.
he's just.
Where's he going to rate
Is he
it?
better or worse than Eric?
Better.
I mean, he
Gotta
has
be better,
less
right?
personality, but better.
Oh, wow. And
He's
for
I think
newer
he's Prince
listeners,
Charming, right?
We just have never gotten over Eric from The Little Mermaid.
This podcast has a strong anti-Eric stance.
Yep.
And if you don't like it, tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delete your account on podcast app.
Go play your weird flute on your sad boat.
I think what we know of him is that they see each other from across the room and instantly fall in love.
Yeah.
And they dance together, and then she's like, I gotta go, it's midnight.
Okay, so they do interact. She's not just like
Oh, yeah.
freaked out.
Yeah.
and,
The
big
like,
dance.
But I think
Okay.
it's kind of like romantic.
Ready to get it in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
What?
Dump to flock.
What?
What?
Okay.
Why do you think the royalty get married in the first place? It's to get it in.
Oh my gosh.
Because they got to produce heirs.
Yeah.
And school taught me that that's how you produce heirs.
Yeah. She runs away. Then he shows up at their house and tries to
He's
put the
got
slipper.
that shoe, right?
Yeah, on the stepsisters. That's comical because their feet are too big.
Yeah.
And stinky.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
That might have been a detail I added when I was
Oh, I
watching
bet at
it.
least one
I
of them
feel
has
like
a
when you
stinky
look at
foot,
it, you're
right?
like, that's a stinky foot.
There's got to be at least one where like they take I bet there's at least one sister where they take the shoe off and like one of the mice is like, "Boo," and faints or something.
That's good. The gag.
I'm assuming, since this is a Disney sanitized version of the story, that the sisters do not mutilate their
Self-mutilate.
feet to try to fit into the slippers,
Ooh.
like
No,
in
I
the real
don't-
story.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That is how the story goes. Yeah.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yikes.
And then I don't remember how he finds out that it actually is her.
The slipper
Because I
fits.
think he gets sent away.
Oh, she
If the
gets
shoe
locked up in
fits.
the attic.
yeah.
And then the animals help her break out. And then she's like, wait. And then he puts the shoe on her.
I see.
And it's like, oh. And then they ride off in a carriage together after their wedding.
So the moral of the
Wedding
story
bells.
is always show feet.
Always show.
That's-
Yeah.
I
Yikes.
think the moral story is be friends with whoever's available to you, even if that's animals.
Yeah.
And also be nice to animals.
And also be nice to your stepsister. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Because
Oh, yeah,
they're
they're
not going to be
horrible.
able to be in social situations.
They're not going to get shit from her once she gets
once
into
she's
the
queen?
queendom.
Although they make Cinderella's character such that you think she might
That's
be
true.
generous.
They'll probably at least get like a
Like to the annual thing that everybody gets invited
Right.
to, but not like the special tea parties.
yeah, and she'll probably like
They'll get bad seats.
give them enough money to like keep the house in order, but that's it.
Yeah. Maybe to hire a servant.
Yeah, but like a cool servant that gets paid more than the sisters do.
Yeah.
She funds the unionization of their household.
Yes, but only that household because otherwise her power would topple.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I am genuinely excited.
So this is Prince Charming?
This is the Prince
I
Charming?
think it is Prince Charming.
I think this will pass the Bechdel Wallace, right?
Oh, God,
I do
hope
too.
so.
Like they'll talk
Yeah.
about something that's not directly
Yeah,
Prince
the
Charming.
sisters are like, wash my clothes,
Yeah, you suck.
Cinderella,
Yeah.
dummy.
Do they have names or are they just bad sister one and
They
bad
do.
sister
They
two?
do. I can't think of what they are.
like,
I want to say one's
uh,
Ursula, but that can't be right.
Could be, why not?
Ursula.
What's Ursula?
Yeah.
Ursula and Tursula.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And
Those
then the
are
mom
my-
is Ursula.
Ursula. Yeah. I mean, I think there's lots of women speaking to each other.
Is there
Does
no...
does the prince have a weird dad? Like, is the king involved?
It's definitely.
King?
I vaguely remember Dan's bet. Old man with facial hair is definitely like dealing with him, but I don't know if it's his dad or just like some guy.
Like a big mustache.
Yeah.
Big white mustache.
Oh, someone who's
that
like,
this movie?
you can't just.
Go
Why
to
don't you?
every-
There are so many
Right.
wonderful eligible ladies. Just
Yeah.
pick one of them, not the
Daddy,
slippers.
I'm in love.
Yeah, or is it like the put upon servant who's like in charge of him?
Oh, like the steward?
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Oh. Yeah, there's a guy with a black mustache.
Okay.
Right?
Wow, mustache game is strong.
Love it.
Mustaches are involved
Hell yeah.
somehow.
Is there there's no like magical or fantastical villain in this? It's just like
Family
bad
abuse.
sisters and a
Yeah.
fairy godmother
I mean,
makes love happen?
Yeah.
The end?
yeah,
I
that
think so.
that stepmom is really bad.
Yeah, but she doesn't have any like magic or anything.
I don't think so.
Or like a
No,
cool sword.
but
Like
you don't
psychological
need magic,
magic.
for cruelty.
No. Lack of empathy.
Is that a superpower? Maybe.
Yeah. No sword fights in this?
Ooh, great question. Maybe there's like a fun one, like fencing lessons or something. Like, ooh, I'm a prince and I'm ready to get it in.
They might.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh! I was gonna say they might like spear some appetizers at
Ooh,
the
yeah.
Oh, that could be good.
Ooh.
Yeah, they got like a comical stuffed pig or
ball.
something.
Yeah, or maybe the mice have a little sword fight with sticks.
And get some cheese.
Oh.
Dan's bet.
Yeah.
The sisters have no social graces, and there is a scene of them at the party just like housing food
Oh, yeah.
without utensils.
Yeah, they're going ham.
Yeah.
They definitely have dresses that make them look like they have big butts.
Okay.
I remember
Is
that.
that the style at the time?
Could be the style.
Yeah,
But
probably.
they don't look. They're
like
they
too big?
stand out from the other
Are they too big?
ladies.
Yeah.
Some
It's
people
like
like that.
Yeah.
it's
They cannot lie.
Stupid.
Yeah, I don't know if this was the days of bustles. I don't think so.
I don't even know what the days it was.
18 somethings.
Okay.
Yeah, when does this take place? Is it like
Old times.
16 somethings?
yeah, I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't think they even have
Fairy
running water.
tale land
What?
time.
Well, I'll be watching for running water. That'll
Okay.
help us narrow it down.
There's definitely a bucket
Okay.
of
There
water.
you go.
What does that turn into?
She's got a mop. She's got a
She's
laundry.
definitely mopping, right?
She's
Yeah.
got a sweep.
There's a whole
she's
thing
gonna
with
scrub
bubbles.
The floor.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
thing with
There's a whole thing with
bubbles?
bubbles. Yeah.
What is he? What? Like
There's
a
a
bad
scene
thing?
with bubbles.
Or-
No,
She's mopping.
it's just
Just a
very
lot of
pretty.
bubbles.
It's pretty animation.
I see. And then does Gus like eat a bubble and hiccup?
He probably gets
Oh, I
caught in
hope
one.
so.
Oh, I think probably the
Oh.
mice get caught in bubbles and
I
fall
hope
up.
so.
She makes him tiny shoes and a tiny hat.
Oh.
What?
I just remember that
What?
because Gus like is running away from the cat I think at the beginning of the movie, and then they save him, and she's like, "Oh, you're gonna need a hat and a tiny shirt and some tiny shoes," and that's what Jacques has little outfit too. So obviously she's like clothing these tiny.
Oh my
That
god,
is so
I love it.
sweet.
It's very cute. I'm very excited.
I'm
about it.
very excited for this movie.
Amazing.
How good is the horse going to be? That's what I want to know. I am eternally on a quest for a specific horse
Oh,
that I
right.
don't think exists.
Oh, maybe it's this movie.
But we'll see. Fancy white horse.
There could be a fancy horse at the ball.
Luxurious mane.
Yeah. And like interacts with the mouse horse and is like, oh, I never.
Yeah.
But like as a horse.
Yeah.
Sound like the horse.
I do love a Disney horse.
Well, I'm hoping it's
Me
all that.
too. I hope
more.
this is it.
Yeah.
I hope we find it.
God, they really crushed it on animals.
They did.
Bushy tail squirrels,
Mice.
horses, mice.
This is a real animal-heavy movie.
Yeah.
God.
Because she got no friends.
No.
No people friends.
No.
No.
Can't have friends when you're locked in the house all day making sweeps and bubbles.
Sweeps and bubbles.
Great.
Great.
Well, how should we rate this movie, Molly?
Tiny hats.
Oh.
Oh.
How tiny.
Like, tiny enough for a mouse to wear them,
Okay.
but they're really elaborate hats.
Okay, so it's not just like a peasant's like stocking cap.
Oh, no. It's high society hat.
Oh.
Like a top hat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tiny
Or
top hat.
A tiny top hat, or perhaps
One of those-
it has flowers.
Nice.
Oh.
It's a royal hat
I love it.
You would wear it to a ball.
if you were a mouse. Yes.
A mouse ball.
Mouse ball.
Yes, mouse ball.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
What if you're small but not a mouse?
Great
Are you
question.
allowed to wear it, or is it
Oh,
a
like a
style
chipmunk?
specific to a mouse? Sure, a
Oh,
chipmunk or
if you
a
can
squirrel.
affix it.
sparrow.
Ooh, yeah. Could a bird wear these hats?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, it's a haberdashery for small animals.
I see.
So
Stop. I need to go to this
So
place
this is a
immediately.
business that attends to all these small animals.
Yeah.
Okay. Mice, chipmunks, small birds,
Mhm.
lizards.
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
I'd look at a gecko in a top
Yes.
hat.
If they can make it, and there's like a little, it's too small of a store to go inside, even for these small animals. So they sort of
Oh,
come
wow.
up to like a takeout window, like a to-go window.
Who's making these hats then?
Well,
Fleas?
no,
Oh.
no. I mean,
Diebold?
okay, no, I don't want fleas to make the hats.
Okay.
Wow.
Tardigrades.
Roly polies.
It's Gus, who is trained.
Is he
Oh
trapped in the
my
hat
gosh.
store?
No,
He
he's
can't get
been-
out?
No, he can get out. He can come and go. I'm just saying it's awkward for birds to fly in or lizards to get through. So there's like a very convenient little perch that anyone can come up to,
I see.
be fitted for their ideal hat. It's like one of those situations where like the hat finds you. You know what I'm saying?
So Gus has like a back door.
Gus gets you, susses you out, sees what you're looking for, what the
Sus.
occasion is,
Ooh, the Gus sus.
gives you the Gus sus,
Yeah.
and then gives you your hat, and it fits perfectly
I
every
love it.
time, and
Oh,
you're
wow.
off.
It's a little bit like a Harry Potter wand.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit.
Like
less
less eugenics. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Coming for you, JK.
Yeah.
Taking you
So,
down. This is going to be it.
No,
So it's a
we're going to
Gus-
be the ones to do it.
It's a Gus sus.
Gus Sus.
Creates the hat is what allows you to find your hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gus sus.
That's the rating now?
A Gus sus hat.
A Gus sus hat.
Gus Sus
Like
hat.
that's the brand.
Yeah. That's the
Tiny's
brand.
out of
Yeah.
the rating scale.
Gus sus.
Oh, the rating
I'm
is
just
still
saying
tiny
it's
hat?
evolved.
You can describe
There's
it as a
still
tiny hat. Yeah.
But I'm just, we got more specific.
Okay.
It's branded now, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gus
Synergy.
sus R
Yep.
for
Us.
yes.
Gus Sus are us.
Yes,
Gus
Gus
sus
sus RS
Oh,
hat.
that's what
Hat.
you were talking about? I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about like a
Hat
registered.
Hut.
Yep.
Okay.
Gus sus RS hat. How
Okay.
many?
Dan, you go first, as we all know.
I do go first because I've earned it. I mean, this is a classic. It's probably a classic for a reason. I feel like those mice are going to charm the pants off of me. The tiny
Hope
mouse
not.
pants. Okay, it's an expression. Jesus Christ. Now that I know that she's going to make little hats for him, I mean, that's huge. So I'm going to... I didn't watch this a bunch, so maybe I wasn't that into it as a child, which means I maybe will not be that interested as an adult. So I'm going to say 4 Gus Sus R Us hats.
Great. Beth, you are second.
Yes. I go second because I lost the battle as the runner-up
Runner up.
to become this person who goes second.
Yeah.
Okay. My rating I think is going to be entirely based on nostalgia.
Great.
Perfect.
In which case I think I'm going to really enjoy it and think it's cute and charming, and I'll enjoy all the songs and think Cinderella is still kind of cool. I mean, she's not cool. She's just like, she's a cool princess.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm going to say 4.5
Wow.
Gus Sus R Us hats.
Awesome.
Half a hat. That's a fashion statement. Bold
Yeah.
fashion
I mean, it's
statement.
like a fasciner.
It's kind of the Willy Wonka
Oh,
hat.
fascinator.
He's got a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
hat.
Oh, yeah.
It just rests on half a thing. But Molly's right. I mean, Gus could suss out a hat that's like just kind of sits upon the
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Or a
I like
visor.
it.
Fascinators are very popular.
I mean, it probably wouldn't work with a lizard, but like a mouse or a bird, you
What's
could.
a fascinator?
We'll get into it.
Oh, okay.
Teaser.
Teaser.
I am third because I opted out of battle and acquiesced to the power struggle between Dan and Beth.
Yes.
And
And we exiled you.
That's right. I watched this quite a bit as a kid, and I remember liking it, but not loving it. And I sound very charmed by the animals, but also there's no big magic baddie to have a cool sword battle with.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah, that feels right to me. 3.5.
Three and a half what?
What's?
Gus tiny hats.
Yes, that works.
Molly, you are fourth.
I'm fourth by choice.
Yeah, you abstained from this whole political mess and just like lived your life.
Yeah.
It was a pretty bitter coup, and I was glad to step out of it.
Yeah. I think you made the right choice, honestly.
I think I did. I think I did too.
Like the scars Beth and I have will never heal.
You both look pretty good now, though.
I'm talking about emotional stuff.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Hi, my name is Molly. I go last, and my rating is based on love of animals and tiny clothing and big hopes that I will really enjoy this movie. I hope I will. I feel like I've always enjoyed watching these movies with this crew, so I'm feeling optimistic. So optimistic, in fact, I am going with 5 Gus Sus RS tiny hats.
Wow.
That's a lot of
Gus is going to
tiny
be
hats.
eating good tonight.
Well,
That's
we'll
right.
see. We'll see how it
Because
goes.
I assume he gets paid for these, right?
Oh, it's a business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
They bring like a certain number of like food portions.
Got it.
Okay, it's a barter.
It's a
There's no
barter.
tiny currency.
Well,
Not yet.
why? Who could even?
In time.
What little wallet would they have?
Which animal would become the bankers
What's
of the
kind
world?
of awkward though is sometimes people
Badgers?
just bring along a chipmunk because chipmunks have so much storage.
Like as a walking purse?
Yeah, it's like a walking
Wow.
purse. Like, hey, I gotta
That's
get
dark.
5 hats. Would you do me the favor of bringing these acorns over?
Did
no,
they
they're
get
cool
one of the
about
hats?
it. It's not like
Oh,
the
it's a
Flintstones.
favor. It's not like a-
favor.
They don't stuff their
Enslaved
wealth into the
chipmunk.
chipmunk and then...
In this world, everything's cool.
And the
Okay.
chipmunk gets to maybe eat one of those nuts.
Oh, for
It's like
sure.
a tip.
It's
Yeah.
just understood.
Yeah.
You keep one of those for yourself.
Yeah.
Nice.
And with that, we're going to press pause, go watch Cinderella, and we'll be right back.
Hello. It's me, Beth Gibbs. I was probably just talking a few seconds ago.
Wow.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I mean, Molly is usually traditionally the one talking a few seconds ago.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I'm the other one. Welcome to the halftime report where we are
Oh, wow,
discussing patreon.com. It's a place where you can go to and find cool bonus content that, okay, let me start over with what that is.
Patreon.com?
Yep. Patreon.com/Totes Recall, where you can go
.com.
and, okay, being derailed. Patreon.com/Totes Recall, where you can go.
.com.
No!
You
You
point-
pointed at me.
I was pointing at you to not do it.
That's not why you point.
You should have seen my eyes. I was trying to be like an admonishing parent. Like, don't you do it.
The point is,
should have waggled my
you
fingers.
can
You
go
should have
to
waggled.
the website and you can find ways to sponsor our podcast.
Oh.
And just for $1 a month, you can get access to bonus content that we put out every month. There's lots of fun things that we do up on Discord, which is a chat platform.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But we're always on there. We're playing games. We're talking movies. We're talking life and other things.
Talking crosswords.
Talking crosswords. There's lots of fun stuff you can do. I don't have any more information. I'm
Well-
going to send it over to Molly Chase.
Ooh.
And we've been going for almost 9 years, and it's only because of you, patrons.
That's
so
true.
if you would like to support Totes Recall and keep it going, it's a fun way to do it. And back to our episode.
Oh, not even going back to Beth? Wow.
Well, and now back to Beth.
And back to our episode.
.com.
back. We just watched 78 minutes of really just a lot of mice. Just if we're really...
So
What?
dumb.
What did you say?
Nice.
No!
It's a nice runtime.
No.
Too much. That's too far.
Sorry, mice.
Mice.
Oh,
Come on.
I am throwing my microphone in the garbage and I'm leaving.
We are going to lose so many awards because of that stunt you just pulled.
This part's not award qualifying.
Wow, Dan.
Not anymore, it's not.
Okay,
You know what it
Molly,
is.
start over. What is your synopsis of this movie that you do at the beginning?
We just watched 78 minutes of lots of mice and a lot of joy and incredible animation.
Great.
And some patriarchy.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Dan.
and Dan
I got
gives a
shouted
say
down
of that.
last time. I jumped in there, so I'm waiting for the awards to be delivered. That's you did a great job with the traditional opening of the second half, Molly.
Don't
I applaud
patronize
you.
me.
Patronize.com.
That exists, right? If not, it's ours now.
Yeah, trademark.
But the thing that is also ours is an award-winning segment.
Indeed.
It is so good that I just checked the scoreboard. It's an undefeated segment. Every
Wow.
year at the big segment.
Top of the charts?
Olympics. Yep. Number one again this year with a bullet.
Wow.
60-second summary.
Wow.
Oh, 6 sex. Top of the
Top of
charts.
the charts.
A number one.
Yeah. And
Top of the heap. 6-second summary.
the segment in which we summarize the movie we just watched, Cinderella, in 60 seconds exactly. In the traditional manner, I shall volunteer to go first, but I do think I just did it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think you did too.
Yeah, I think you did.
I'm not sure if Beth has done it.
I did it really recently. I think I did it 2 episodes
think
ago.
I did.
Okay.
Lyndon, do you want to do
I
it?
can do it.
Okay. Give me your watch.
3 episodes because we had a live show
I'm
in
gonna
between.
And you
give
have
this
to begin with-
Beth.
What?
Oh.
Wow.
I don't trust you anymore. You burned me like 2 times.
That is half the reason we've gotten the awards.
Okay, it turned off, so
All right.
I don't know. But I can use
There's
this
so
little
many
guy
clocks in this
Thank
room.
you.
or this guy.
Whatever you want to do. Whatever, as long as Molly is the one doing it.
Okay,
I am deeply offended.
I'm.
You besmirched the sanctity of this segment many episodes ago. Check the tapes. The only reason we are even still eligible for the awards is because Beth went down to City Hall.
I was there for a long time.
Worked
There
her
was a
ass
big
off.
line.
Filed an appeal.
So many documents to fill out.
Oh, the paperwork.
You have to begin with, we open
I
on-
know. I remember how this segment works.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
We open on a storybook that is called Cinderella, the name of the movie. It opens and it says there's a kingdom and there's houses. We go to one house. There's a nice man with a daughter and a horse. He marries a new lady with sisters or daughters. He dies. Now the lady is bad or was always bad. And Cinderella is an indentured servant who's dirty all the time, but she has great friends in the mice and birds and other animals of the house. She learns that, or no, the king
30
is
seconds.
angry that his son isn't horny enough. So he has a ball where all the maidens have to come, and Cinderella gets tricked into not going or something, but then her fairy godmother shows up and gives her magic dresses and pumpkin coaches and turns a dog into a man and a horse into the horse controller man. She danced with the prince and she leaves the shoes
10
gone. The
seconds.
prince is like, I'm horny for the shoe lady. And then the grand duke goes around and gives the shoes to everybody. And then Cinderella gets trapped, but then she gets back out, puts on the shoe, and then they get married. Hooray.
Time.
Oh,
Wow.
Incredible.
Good sprint to the end.
thank
there.
you. Oh.
And I would say you really covered all the highlights. I think the only part that you left out was the 45 minutes or so devoted to mice and cat politics.
Yes.
The first act is a Looney Tune episode.
So many hijinks.
Yeah.
So many hijinks.
I was shocked how much time we spent with just
Yes.
mice just doing stuff.
Doing mouse stuff.
And the cat's there and birds and no squirrels. Not a one, I don't think.
No.
Yep. Like the inciting incident doesn't happen until well into
Oh,
the
man.
second act.
It's wild because like it opened or she wakes up and she sings a little song about like, oh, I wish and things are good. And it's like, okay, great. Cinderella's here with her friends, the animals. But then it's like she's just kind of in the background doing chores for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they did, they stretched a 5-minute oral tradition into a 78-minute film.
Sure.
So there's a lot to,
I guess.
pad out.
Like they put up this like the outline on the wall and it's like, wait, that's it? That's the whole story? No.
So I
no.
guess this part with the mouse should just be like 45 minutes.
What if-
No, wait a minute. I guess we could expand on their relationship. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah,
never mind. We'll just do a couple
Yeah.
of shots.
Should we get
Nobody
to know
wants
the
to see
prince
the-
before the ball? Or
No, nobody gives a shit about the prince. He shows
Okay.
up in the last 15 minutes. That's it. It's all mice and cat, baby. That's what the kids are shelling out their moolah for. It's 1950.
That's right.
America's back. Everybody's got disposable income. We're booming.
We're booming.
Those babies are booming, and they're ready to watch mice and cats.
Yeah. And we watch a lot of them.
Yes, we do.
We've got a whole arc with a new mouse, Gus.
Oh, Gus.
yeah,
Such a sweet boy.
whose full name is Octavius.
That was okay.
Yeah.
What? Cinderella apparently names all of them, and when she gets the mouse,
Yeah.
the then naked, nameless mouse,
And I felt
Freeing from a trap.
uncomfortable when Gus was naked, even though he's a mouse.
because all the other mice are wearing clothes.
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody else except there's one red bird who has no clothes.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, but it's
He seemed like a teen.
right.
He was like, I'm not wearing clothes.
The teens are nude.
I guess, but it's there's something about like establishing this is the world where
Yes.
all the tiny animals have clothes,
Right.
And then there's a nude one, and I'm like, ooh,
It's weird, right?
Gus, cover yourself, but just your top half. Still, no one wears pants.
No.
I guess some of the lady mice have like full dresses.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
but if you think about like what it would be like to sew pants for a mouse,
Ugh, what
like
a pain.
sure, it makes more sense.
But the shoes.
Oh, well,
If she can make mouse shoes, she can make mouse pants, right?
you would think so.
Yeah.
So, Sweet Gus
Sweet Gus.
is named for Octavius.
With-
and I thought Beth was going to throw the remote at the TV when she said, "What? Not Augustus?"
Yeah, I thought Gus was a nickname for Augustus.
Me too.
Octavius.
Octavius.
I mean, I don't know my old names enough, but I forgot to Wikipedia.
That's like the Jack of John.
Oh, yeah, I see
Yeah,
what you're
that
saying.
one's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's Jonathan. It's still weird, but at least it's shorter.
Oh, Jack?
Yeah.
Well, Gus is shorter than Octavius.
Yeah, you missed the part where I was mad about Jack being the same length as John
I see.
in my own head. I didn't say that out at all.
You missed the part that I didn't say out loud.
Yeah.
You're telling me that Spider-Man villain could have been called Dr. Gus the whole time?
Not Gus. Doc Gus.
Gus.
Yeah, so we have a whole story arc with Gus being captured in a trap.
He like
and then
learns the
saved.
ways of the house.
Yeah, Jack, J-A-Q.
Yeah.
Shock.
Not shock.
It's weird.
Yeah, but it is spelled J-A-Q.
Yeah.
Yes.
Frees him
according to
as
the
like,
captions.
So she must give them names and nicknames immediately.
and she's got a whole.
Your name is Shock. I'll call you Jack.
Right?
Yeah.
Your name is Octavius. I'll call you Gus.
And she has an existing drawer of little tiny clothes.
Yes.
Oh, so cute.
Amazing.
Yeah, which is very good.
She's very good.
Yeah.
And you know what? I just want to say this about Cinderella. She was just the right amount of incredibly optimistic and patient, but also a little sassy.
Yes. I thought she was going to be just like a real sad sack when she wasn't alone with the mice.
Yeah.
But like she had a little.
A little what for?
Yeah.
I know that we don't get to see like really what their relationship is like, the prince and Cinderella, but I do think that both of them are sassy.
Yeah.
Because there's a point where the prince like yawns and like directs his eyes up toward his dad, like this is
Yeah.
boring. And I feel like they both have that sass.
Well, and they both have a single controlling parent
yeah.
and are only children.
Mm.
So, of all the movies we've seen, I feel like this gives us more of a basis of a shared history and understanding.
Yeah.
I still
a
think
lot of
he's a dud.
He's
Oh,
a
I
dud.
don't think so. He has a little sass.
A little bit. I mean, at least he doesn't kiss her while she's unconscious.
Yes.
That's fair.
Which is like a step
Low
up
bar.
from the last two we've seen.
And like
Or
at least,
voiceless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at least they're already dancing before he butts in on the song she's singing, right? Like it's basically presented as a duet rather than just like, now I'm here.
Yeah, I like to think it's like a musical representation of them getting to know each other.
Yeah.
So
I think it's romantic, actually. At that part, I was like, huh.
it was fun. I'm not saying the events surrounding their meet cute aren't delightful and charming, but I feel like as a human man, he's still really just,
He's just kind of a blank slate.
he's
as
eye candy
many princes
for the
are.
ladies
Yeah.
or boys.
Yeah. I feel like he is what most women characters are in all other movies.
Yes.
Ah, fair.
Where it's like, she's just there. She's to be won.
Yeah.
Although I think for him, he also represents like a massive change in her life's fortunes.
Yes.
So, and yeah, it is during a time when that was really her only vehicle. Like, I mean, I suppose in a different version of this, she gets out from under her indentured servitude and becomes a seamstress in
Yes.
town because she's very talented and has a whole team of assistants.
Unpaid labor.
Yeah, unpaid
And I
labor.
guess she pays them in like corn or whatever.
Yeah.
They trade clothes.
Who?
She makes clothes for them, and they make
I
clothes
see.
for her.
Okay, that's fair.
Right?
Yeah. But like if she goes into business, that's a whole new dynamic.
Sure. Yeah.
And I want the listener to be assured that when her fortunes change, so do the outfits of
Yes,
all the mice.
thank God.
Yep, they are all looking
They are
very
royal
smart.
mice now.
Yep, they're looking very
I just
tidy.
I realized that she probably just like sat and made all their little tiny outfits.
No. Or she got the servants to do it.
Yeah.
No, not like that.
Oh,
No, she's better than that.
Okay.
She'd be like, you don't even need
We'll
servants.
see. We'll
We'll
see.
see.
Absolute power does her.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
She didn't even know she was dancing with the prince.
Yeah, but
That's
she
an
didn't make
important
the
point.
outfits until after they got married.
listen, I think it is okay to give Cinderella a little bit of a pass.
Okay.
She's had a tough time. And also, watching the beginning.
Wait, give her a pass if she had servants make the mouse clothes? Is that what you're saying?
No.
She comes like a ruthless dictator. It's okay.
Well,
Like if she starts beheading the peasants for
I
disagreeing with her.
mean, we got to give her a little room. No,
Strings Bruno
I'm
up
just kidding.
for
Not
peeing
Bruno.
on the royal rug.
Come on.
I mean, if anything, she's going to be doing something with those stepsisters. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope y'all
Yikes.
enjoy
Stepmom.
cleaning palace. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Hope you enjoy cleaning your own blood out of your mouth.
Oh, wow. How harsh.
I didn't
have
say
lost
it.
the
Cinderella
original
said it.
thread. I really
Sorry.
did have a point. Oh no, I think now as a parent watching this, it was there were a lot of jokes that I got, well, just being an adult, that I didn't get before. But the brutality of her losing her dad and losing all of her agency and all of her privilege like in one fell swoop,
Oh yeah, it's dark.
it is really hard.
Yeah.
Do we think the stepmom murdered her father?
Wow.
It seems likely.
I mean, she seems like pretty ambitious in her grab for status.
Yeah,
But
but,
when
also
she-
like, not great at it.
I mean,
right?
they're kind of dumb.
Well, because when she loses him, she also loses income, right? And the whole chateau falls into disrepair. So maybe.
Well, the narrator says because it's been squandered on the awkward
terrible
daughters.
Well, sure, but
So
there's
they
no
must own
additional.
land, right, or something. I don't know.
You think the income's dried up?
No,
All
I'm
the
just
pigs
saying,
are
like
dead
as
or
a
whatever.
long-term plan, it's not a great idea to
Sure.
kill off the dad. Like, and she seems manipulative and mean enough that she could have advanced her daughters without resorting to that.
If they weren't such goofballs.
I mean, she certainly has to work very hard. I think we'll have to give her that. Also, I will say most of the movie is about mice.
Yes.
So you only get a couple of glimpses into the abject cruelty of the stepmom. And I was prepared for her like piling on chores and stuff, but there is some real venom in the way she approaches things.
Yeah, dude.
And sort of that Devil Wears Prada approach of just being very quiet and pointed instead of yelling. It was
Yeah, she's
unnerving.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she's got her like completely wild daughters to use as her like blunt instruments if she needs to sick them on her.
That was wild.
Yeah, they're scary. In that scene where Cinderella has the animals help Cinderella make a dress that she can wear to the ball.
One
And
of the great montages in Disney
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
And as they're leaving, she runs down and she's like, "Oh, look at my dress. It's so beautiful." And the stepmother just walks over and says something about the beads on the necklace. And one of the daughters realizes that's my Those are my beads. That's
Which
my
she
sash.
called trash earlier.
Yes.
And so the
They
mice
threw them away.
The thoughtful mice were like, "Oh, this is fine. We can take the trash. That's what we do. We're mice."
But they take it with a 10-minute scene of like
Yeah.
putting my
Tricking Lucifer the cat into getting into the sleeve of a slip. Or that was cute. Though. That was fun.
No, it's fun. It's just there's
It's
so
funny
much
how
like,
much. Yeah.
Okay, we got this plot point. How much can we make this about mice?
Maybe mice are faster to draw. Anyway, I'm sorry, Beth, you were saying.
They then attack her.
Yes.
They just like tear her dress apart.
It's
And it
wild.
looks like, she's being like attacked by dogs or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary.
Yep.
And it's awful. She's left just... And it's also her mother's dress
Yeah.
that they had modified.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I didn't catch
It's
that.
just so many layers.
Oh.
It's terrible.
Jesus.
And you'd think she'd be completely destroyed and have no faith left. But as it turns out, all you need is a last shred of faith for your fairy godmother to appear.
Yes.
And
And
I had
not before that.
Not before. I have so many questions.
Yeah, they're like rules in place.
Okay, so Cinderella, after this horrible experience and her slithery stepmother saying goodbye and leaves, she runs like, okay, can I just do a quick aside? I think these movies are what give young women between, say, the ages of 14 and 24 the idea that if you run from a room crying, people will come and look for you and ask if you need help with anything.
Yeah.
After around 24, you realize no one is going to do that. No one is coming. But anyway, in Cinderella, she runs out and all the animals gather.
Oh.
And then suddenly, like, little magical things appear. And as she's crying with her face, she's sort of, propped up on her knees against a bench and she's crying into her arms. All of a sudden, there's a fairy godmother who she's crying into her lap.
Mm-hmm.
And she does not seem even remotely alarmed that the vestige of a person has appeared.
Yeah.
And, like, she doesn't say, what does she say? It's something
She's
so...
like, oh, it's you.
Oh, it's you.
You must be.
You must be my fairy
yeah,
godmother.
But
yeah.
she'd already had she'd exchanged a few sentences with her already.
Yes, because her fairy godmother says, like, oh, it's okay. And she said, I have no faith at all. And she said,
Right.
well, you must have a little or I couldn't be here. And I'm like, well, wait, what? So do you have to whittle it down to your last, like, thread of faith? And then
Maybe-
she shows?
Maybe that's what it is. Like there like the holes between the realms, right,
Yeah.
are so small that your faith has to be whittled down to just the tiniest pinprick to be sent through. It's like a microwave door, right? Like
Right.
there's certain size holes so that they can't pass through. So like she just has to be so dejected that finally her wish energy or whatever can transfer through the tiny holes into the fairy realm.
So what was going on like at that time, right after her dad died and her stepmom turns cruel? Like, was that not a rock bottom enough?
I don't
where
know.
this fairy godmother popped up, or did she in the past at one point?
Maybe fairy godmothers are only like there to be wingmen.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
When you're trying to seal the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, because she's getting it in that night. Okay.
Oh.
I see what you're saying. No, I'm with Beth. Yep, that makes sense.
Like, I can help you with this situation if you want to look good.
yeah, if you want to look good to try to catch dick, I can show up. Royal dick.
It's an episode about Cinderella.
This is a children's movie.
Whatever. Wizard of Oz was our horniest episode for a long time.
Yeah, Tin Man.
Ooh, baby.
Man.
maybe the fairy godmother, like, she, like, just, very subtly was like, what if the mice and the birds are just, like, a little smarter than they should be?
Yeah.
Like, when she was a kid.
Yeah, I'm also not super convinced that fairy godmother is very good on the scale of fairy godmothers.
Oh, sure.
She's like, what's the spell again?
Yeah, she doesn't really know the spells.
So you think she was supposed to show up, like, years earlier and she just sucks at her job?
Just sleeping on the clock. And then, like, this only works for 4 hours till the stroke of midnight.
I did have questions about that.
Come on.
It is only 4 hours.
Try a little harder, right?
There's a wild moment, too, where
Give her a business day.
Yeah.
the cat's name is literally Lucifer,
Yes.
right? And Lucifer gets a tiny bit of comeuppance during the magicking process.
Yes.
And Cinderella says, poor Lucifer. And the fairy godmother says, oh, he had it coming to him. And I was like, how much do we have to reinforce that Cinderella has the patience of Jove? You know what I mean? Like, she's even better than a fairy godmother?
Wow. I mean,
Maybe
again, this might be a mediocre fairy godmother.
I mean, she must be. Like, I mean, she does fine.
She does. I mean,
But she doesn't even notice her dress.
I mean, the craftsmanship can't be denied.
Well, and that's where you
it
know
looks
Cinderella's going to be a diplomat and a stateswoman. She's going to be great in any situation because she doesn't just say, yo, my dress, please.
She's so polite.
She's so polite, and she waits and lets it be the fairy godmother's realization and decision instead of her own.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good.
No, it's good. I mean, it all works out at the end. Right?
Yeah, but like barely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you think? I mean, it does seem like she was.
Like, give her till dawn at least.
Yeah.
She gave her the shoes.
That was probably an afterthought, right?
Or an accident.
Well, honestly, you know what it probably was is that one of the shoes was left behind. So she's sitting there up in Fairyland, it's just like, oh shit, where are the shoes? Well, whatever. I'll just leave them.
Oh, you think she dropped the spell herself?
Huh?
The fairy godmother like canceled the spell at midnight herself? I thought it only lasted that long.
But maybe she's like, you know, she has to like flip a switch, or then God will punish her or something if she doesn't turn it off.
You think that in this situation, God is in charge of the fairy?
It did seem funny that she was fairy godmother seemed more interested in like empowering the animals than helping Cinderella out. She's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna get you the ball. Ooh, but we're gonna make these mice these beautiful horses, and we're gonna give the horse the chance to be in charge. Yeah.
I did appreciate the joke of like, we need a horse, and the horse is like very proud. Yes. The actual horse is very proud to maybe be the horse.
Yes.
But then the mice are the horse, and there's 4 horses.
Yes.
Nailed
Yep.
it. Like
Got it.
Like the apocalypse.
And then the horse becomes the coachman.
Yes.
And the dog becomes the footman.
I was wrong. I thought the dog became the coachman because I forgot that there was a horse.
Yeah.
Character.
And the horse is great. All the horses are great.
Great horses.
Still not the horse of my dreams. At this point, we've watched enough of these from the right era that I don't think this horse exists.
Wow.
Maybe it's not a Disney horse.
Oh, God.
I think it's some other animation
like
studio.
What's his name?
Maybe it's from Charlotte's Web.
Sure.
That's not a fancy horse. It's a farm horse.
I don't know if that's
they're like working
horse.
animals, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a beautiful horse.
It's true.
Yeah. It's the horse of my dreams. The dreams are my heart wish.
Your heart wishes for a beautiful horse.
Yeah. When I'm
A
sleeping.
dream is your heart's wish.
There it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a song.
That's a song for the movie.
It's the first song.
Dreams is your heart's wish.
And the coach looks great. Pumpkin coach. I was thinking about how much, like, the cultural impact of this movie in terms of just, like, shorthand sayings for, like,
oh, sure.
I'm going to, like, if you're tired, I'm going to turn into a pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, if the shoe fits. Like, all these just little things are Cinderella business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is the shoe fit Cinderella business?
Oh,
Feels like
probably, right?
What are the shoes?
Yeah, what other stories are like, and then if you put the shoe on, everything's fine.
I just assumed it was from the time of when shoes were invented.
From, like, the first shoe?
So, like, the saying is, like, originally, like, if the shoe fits, good job.
You made a shoe.
My feet hurt. What if I had thing on my foot?
Oh, this one doesn't stay on foot.
Yeah, if the shoe fits.
Well, you know, you can, at Disney, you can get married at Disney and you can get the Cinderella's carriage.
Really?
As part of a rental. It's like $10,000 or something.
Yeah.
Did they train a horse to drive the carriage?
Yeah.
They turn mice into horses.
Listen, I'm just saying, whatever actor it is who drives it knows the backstory.
Sure.
And if you don't think he doesn't give a little nay occasionally, you know?
Oh, I love the orientation. The idea of the orientation day for that guy. It's like, now remember, you're not a human being. You're a horse that's been turned into a human being, and you got to sell it, baby. You got to sell it. They're dropping so many simoleons on this carriage. Ugh.
They know everything there is to know about Disney, so you got to bring it.
Don't fuck this up. These are Disney adults. They will rip your head off if you don't get this
Tear
right.
your shreds like Cinderella before the ball.
That's right.
Wow.
And you're a dog. You dog. You've been given this one chance to show yourself as a dignified man who can open the door of a carriage. Remember that. You're a lowly cur of a man.
Oh, Bruno. Bruno the dog.
Such
Classic
a sweet boy.
hound dog.
He's got, I really appreciated the true to life introduction of Bruno where he's just having a crazy dream on the floor of the kitchen.
Yeah, running
Barking
in place
running
and
in
chewing the
place.
rug.
Delightful.
He's having a dream his heart wishes.
Which is to kill Lucifer the cat.
Yeah.
Which we have to
maybe
talk
he
about.
does?
Right?
Okay,
Maybe.
so we've got a cat named Lucifer, which is wild.
Yes.
That's the name of the cat. Who's a bad cat, tortures everybody.
But also, great cat, right? In terms of cartoon cats.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Great
Sassy
stuff.
and fluffy. I really liked when the cat was trying to keep a hold of the beads for the mice not to get.
Oh, with his butt?
good.
And just scooting around with the beads
Yeah.
under his butt.
I appreciated that the animators, when Lucifer's first walking around and like being a jerk to Cinderella when she wakes him up early to get fed. I appreciate the animators took the time to draw his walk in a specific enough way where like your brain fills in the anus, right? You know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
exactly what
Oh,
you
sure, yeah. Or he turns around and points
Yeah, and he's
his
just
rear
like
end at
strutting
Cinderella.
around with his tail straight up. It's like, I'm sure maybe the first drawing they maybe just put a little like poik in there, but then like someone's like, no, we're gonna get
Release
letters.
the butthole cut. of Cinderella.
Yes. Wait, was there another butthole cut?
I feel like that's a thing we've said before.
Cats.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right. Release all butthole cuts. That is the position of this podcast.
That's right. But Lucifer's story in this movie and maybe life
It's
ends
a dramatic
with, he, and this actually did shock me, when Gus is getting the key to let Cinderella out of the
attic
tower
thing.
attic. Gus is almost there, and then here comes the bowl because Lucifer uses tools. Traps Gus under a bowl, and then they got to get Bruno, right?
Yeah.
So that's what you do.
Birds go to Bruno.
Birds get Bruno. But Bruno chases Lucifer out of the tower, and our last shot is like a Hitchcockian Vertigo shot of Lucifer falling down this.
And
Or
we're
like a Die
giant
Hard
tower.
cut, if
we're
you will.
all waiting for
Oh,
like
yeah.
it to cut to Lucifer like landing in a haystack or something.
Yeah,
or
and
we
that does
do
not-
not see.
does not have. You don't even get a
never-
cartoonish like. Poof.
Nothing.
and we don't see him again.
And so I'm like, okay, on the one hand, cats always land on their feet.
Right.
On the other hand, that was like a very tall tower. That was
Yeah.
like 7 stories up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is wild to have that tall of a tower. There's nothing else going on there.
No, it's weird.
It's just a tower.
Do you think that's where their money went? Is they built this incredibly tall tower to shove Cinderella in?
Yeah.
Just out of spite?
Possibly.
Maybe
You
they
know-
both fell out of the tower and that's how they died.
Who?
The parents.
Oh, no.
very
And
sad.
now what's her name is trapping her in the room that killed her parents.
Well,
Yeah.
her
Harvard.
mom, right? Because it was a widower.
Oh, yeah. Her dad got sick.
Yeah, her dad got sick of
Yeah,
that.
but maybe
With
he
tower
got
After he fell out of a tower.
I am thinking of so many articles about cats who fall from like 3rd-story windows and stuff, and they do okay.
Okay.
So I do think the implication is that Lucifer is gone.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want that cat to be dead,
No.
even though it was a villain.
Yeah.
His name is
I
Lucifer.
mean, maybe we're
Yeah.
supposed to. Maybe it's implied that he just goes back to hell.
Oh, it just goes like straight through. That's
That
why we don't
was
see a
in
poof.
fact Lucifer as a cat. I don't know.
I don't know. He didn't seem bad. I mean, he was
didn't.
doing
He just wanted
everything
to
that
eat
you
mice,
would do. Yeah.
and was a jerk to the person that fed him. Which, as I understand it, I don't own a cat. Is still kind of apropos.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Some cats are sweeties.
Yeah, my cat's a sweetie.
Oh no, cats can be sweet, but there is a range of cat personality that's acceptable. And I will say, I've had lots of cats over the years, and some of them are so awful, and I just love them so much. And I don't know why a cat, they get away with it.
I mean, it's all
So
partly
brain
the owner,
parasite.
right? Because like clearly that cat is like the cat of the stepmom. So,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
There's they influence each other, enable each other is probably a better word.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, I mean, the cat's trying to fit in with the order as it understands it. And it's reinforcing that order.
Yes, and it definitely knows that it's above the 2 sisters
Yeah.
in the hierarchy. For sure.
The worst cat part is when he takes all of his tiny paw prints in the dustpan and puts it all over Cinderella's
Lucifer.
clean floor.
Yeah, that's where things took a turn. Because before it was kind of like, Lucifer's just kind of a stinker of a cat, and he wants to kill. He hates the mice, which makes sense. But that was, I feel like, the first time we saw Lucifer like be explicitly spiteful only to Cinderella.
Yeah.
Like the mice
Yeah.
were not involved at all.
Rude.
Rude.
It was rude, and that was, just to clarify, on the day where she had to get a million
Yes.
chores done in order to be able to go to the ball,
Yes.
to which she was legally entitled to attend.
Royal decree.
Yeah.
And you know, when they say maiden, I'm like, shouldn't all the servants in the land get to go?
Maybe they did, and we just didn't know because we were so focused on just whoever was curtsying in front of the prince.
Maybe they were just around the outskirts of the party.
Yeah, like they'd already gotten to bow, and then the king was like, "Go stand over there. He doesn't want you."
Can we talk about that, like Cinderella's arrival at that event?
Please.
Okay, so she she ends up the fairy godmother arrives, gives her a dress, she takes the carriage to the castle, and the event's happening. Like there's a huge line of people from the town. People are bowing. There's so much going on. I can only imagine. Yeah, it's well lit. There's like sound happening, and she's in the back, wandering around. Like, where do I go?
She is wandering around on this balcony that is like not lit at all, save for the light coming out of that room that everyone is in.
She's at the doorway, just looking over a railing.
Looking around.
The prince leaves. He just walks away from the thing that he was doing and then comes over and like immediately starts talking with her, and she does not realize that that's the prince the whole time.
And then they go to the center of the room and only they dance.
And she still doesn't pick up
notice
on it.
that everyone's looking at them.
Yeah.
But maybe that's because she's so entranced
She is
and
so
in
entranced.
love.
And she hasn't had any exposure to society.
That's true.
That's
For all
true.
She doesn't know like where to go.
as far as she knows, like all dudes dress like that at those events.
Sure.
Right?
I mean, I would think they did. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, he's not too fancy.
No, there's no like furs. There's no trim of fur.
Do you think that William and Harry watched this movie growing up?
I'm listening.
Possibly.
Sure.
And like, what would you make of it if you were a literal prince? Like, what would you make of this movie?
Everybody wants to marry you.
Yeah.
And your parents just want you to have kids.
Get it in.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's probably everything that they learn.
Right.
I would guess.
so, but seeing it animated like that, I mean, wouldn't that just be so weird? That
I
this
think being
thing,
prince would be so weird no matter what.
that
True.
there's this cultural phenomenon that everybody understands, but like 10 people experience.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's almost like it's an incredibly fraught situation that will permanently damage a person. Maybe.
Well, we'll never know.
But also, they've been anointed by God to
There will
rule.
never be
so.
documents?
Yeah.
Yep. Documentaries and podcasts.
Pocket document.
autobiographies,
Pocket
probably.
docs.
Pocket docs.
Trademark.
That's ours.
That's ours. Can we on the topic of royal parents?
Yeah.
Just like
Gotta talk about the king.
imbuing philosophies and ideas upon the children. Let's talk about the royal dad.
Okay, quick. Beth nailed it on the mustache game.
Oh my God!
100%.
Incredible mustaches.
2 mustaches.
We got big white
time.
mustache.
Yep.
And
On the king.
big black mustache on the
Duke.
Grand
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 Duke.
Duke.
Please.
Duke. I believe that's what he
Oh
was
right. Duke.
Duke. They are great. I love
They
the
are
king.
great.
He's a goofball as guest, but also like an angry, violent goofball.
Yes.
Where he's like gonna kill everyone if he doesn't have any grandkids.
You did get your sword fight, though.
I did get my sword.
Sort
fight.
of.
Kinda
Sort of.
one-sided.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So.
Oh.
Also, the king gives us.
Molly just went to give me a high five, but didn't take her hand out of her pocket. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I saw.
I was like, I don't know if we should, but I want to.
It's fine. Don't let Dan ruin it.
How did I ruin
Because
it?
you've ruined high fives this podcast
You have.
when you
'Cause I got so
high-fived
many?
yourself.
You high-fived
When
yourself.
everybody gave
That was
me a
registered trademark real high five.
Real high five.
just like all them
Real high five.
are on this podcast.
No.
Not.
Check the pocket docs, my friend. High lies, the Dan Jaquan story. Lie fives?
What?
Those are both
title.
pretty good.
Lie fives?
Lie is that better?
Oh, that's
Is
good.
lie fives better?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great.
Trademark. Copyright. Whatever.
All right, yeah.
So the king.
Dad and the king.
We are introduced to the king as basically being like, oh, Grand Duke, I'm so grumpy. My boy is, I don't know, not interested in like his one job as a prince, which is to get it in.
Oh my God.
And then his grand scheme is to just get every sexy maiden in town into his house.
Just buckshot out there. Just
exactly.
throw
That's
as many
exactly what it
maidens
is.
at this dude. He can't not want one.
Exactly. Like he's like, statistically speaking, one of them will get him up.
Yeah.
I can't stop now.
Yeah.
No.
But he's so... I forgot about the scene where we see his dreams.
Oh my God.
Where two little fancy grandbabies are just riding him like a horse through like a cloudy dreamscape.
Yes, amazing.
It blew my mind. I had no recollection of that.
It was
scene.
also like that was. I mean, the king and the Grand Duke was also way sillier than I was expecting. Like it had the similar energy to Lucifer and Gus.
Yeah.
Right. Because like there was that point where. Which really got me, where the Grand Duke was like terrified of the king, was like backing up and scooting backwards on the table, and then it cuts to the king, who's like belly crawling
He's
towards
like
him
a
on the
menacing
table.
walrus.
And then my favorite part though is when they're at the ball, and he sees the prince finally go to a woman. He's just like, "All right, I'm going to bed." and then literally tells the Duke that if something happens while he's asleep, he's going to kill the Duke.
It is just like when the villain leaves in the Bond movie as the laser is going towards him. You're like, it's not done, dude.
No, it's fine. He's dancing with her. Don't worry about it. Let me know when they're engaged.
All done.
I got to go dream about my grandchildren.
Yeah. Which is kind of sweet in a way, right? He's not like dreaming of his legacy. He like, wants to play with kids.
That's what's so funny though, is like he should have
just ordered up all the kids to come to the castle to play.
Right?
Yeah.
It is. That's what I love. Is like his means are so aggressive and violent, but the end is literally just like, I just want some cute kids around to play with and call me.
Yeah, and that's established earlier too, right? With the paintings, he's talking to his Grand Duke of like, we used to be buds, and there's like this series of paintings of him and the prince, and it's like they're best buds together, and then it's actually pretty funny of like the prince gets bigger in the picture and the king gets smaller until it's just like a giant painting of just the prince on a horse.
Yeah, and the painting is like 2 stories high.
Yeah, very funny.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And then the painting before that is literally the kid riding away from him on that horse.
Empty nest. He's
Which
an
is
empty
like
nester.
that lends the idea that he is sort of a violent psychopath, though. Where it's like, you paint this moment of my trauma. I want to remember it forever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good visual bits.
Yes.
Like Molly said earlier, that you enjoyed the tail, all the tail animation.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, the little mouses. Or go ahead, Molly.
So
Although it's mice.
it is mice.
Mouses.
Or did you mean mouses like
mouse apostrophe.
apostrophe? Yes. At any rate,
59.
Ceded the floor to you.
they chose to make the tail animation as a very thin line for the most part.
Yes.
Which makes them way cuter, but also lends to all kinds of fun with threading the needle.
Such fun.
There's a time where they like draw straws, but basically intertwine tails. It's incredible.
So
the
good.
All-time tops, most amazing is during the 50 or 60 minutes or so when the two mice are trying to steal the bracelet or the beaded necklace.
Yes.
All kinds of mayhem
So good.
for that necklace. And in the end, the best tactic they have is that Jacques just stacks up the, what do you call them? The beads have gone free. They've
Just
become
beads.
loose beads.
Loose beads.
It's just stacking them onto Gus's tail.
It's so
and it's
cute.
so effective and so cute.
It's so cute.
It's just lots of great tail in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't mean it like that.
All right.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Yeah, the threading of the needle
my
really
God,
got me
that was
when the
so
lady mice licks,
good.
licks the end of the thread as you do to try and thread the needle, which is a difficult task, but then her whole arm goes through the needle because she's so tiny.
Great stuff. Yeah, the animators had a lot of fun with moments that were not Tom and Jerry ripoffs. Like even the parts that were just things that were supposed to be happening. They were like, well, let's just put a little something silly in there.
Yeah, it's almost like the mouse team just got way far ahead of the people team. And so they were finally like, mouse team, you got to stop. We have to like get the people made and get them married.
Yeah.
The movie's
God.
called Cinderella,
Right.
so we should probably have her in
But
there a little
then
bit more.
Mr. Disney walked by. I was just like, ha ha, I love it. More of the mice.
And by Mr. Disney, do you mean Walt Disney?
I don't know. Is he dead by then? I have no idea. When did he die?
No,
50s?
Not
No.
till the 60s,
Okay.
I thought.
I don't know. I'm 35.
Well, yes. I did get frustrated with Gus because I did not think he was the right mouse for the job
Wow.
of gathering up the key and getting it all the way up all of those stairs.
Yes.
As Beth pointed out, this would have been a great time for some birds.
Great time for some birds.
I mean, this is a big task.
Yeah.
And Gus was just not up to the subtlety of stealing the key or getting it up the stairs.
And the birds, I mean, to your point, the birds showed earlier in the movie that they are very good at just like knowing something's happening. Because like when they're deciding, when the mice decide like, oh, we'll just make Cinderella's dress for her, they just start doing it. And then some of the birds just fly in like, hey, what's going on? Oh, we're making a dress. All right. And then just get right into it.
Yeah.
Maybe they needed to sing a song about getting the key, and the birds would have been like, oh, somebody's singing. Let's go check it out. Maybe that's how it works. Here's what I will present to you as an alternative narrative so you can feel a little better about it. What if all of the other animals were desperately trying to pick that lock off screen?
Oh. Okay.
Including the birds.
Including, of course,
And they
the
can
birds.
reach it because they can fly.
Yes.
Yep.
Or they
Peck at it.
wrap, they make a little platform for the mice like they did for the dressmaking, which was also very cute. Also, we were all a little miffed that the lady mouse just immediately shot Jack down for wanting to help sew.
Yeah. She said, let the women do it.
Well, and it was clear that they needed something that rhymed with women. I forget what the next line is.
But it was great.
It was a great line, but definitely worth the misogyny.
But then by the
Leave
end,
it to the women.
They're all working on it.
they're
by
all
the end
working
now.
on it. Yeah, we've got the mouse inside the dress
So
who's
good.
You
almost
go
getting,
get the trimming.
That's
Ah.
it. What else are you going to rhyme trimming with? Slimming?
Swimming.
You go get to swimming and then go get the trimming. They probably had that first.
Yeah.
They're like,
And they
swimming
were like,
what,
oh, I
Dave?
hate to really lock these characters into gender roles, even though it's 1950.
Yeah.
But we just got to get that rhyme.
What are you going to do?
That's probably what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay. I accept that. I accept that the songwriters for Cinderella were incredibly progressive, but they just could not rhyme something else with women within the context of the scene.
Yes. Mhm.
Like, I don't doubt that they could come up with another word, but like they're looking at it, it's like, what are they doing? They're making a dress? I don't know. What else can they do? Swim? No. The slim down? No.
Oh. Have a whim? No.
God damn it.
That's
and
how
they
they
just
got to women.
reluctantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably
And
how
they were
it
like, you can
happened.
be more than this, mice.
Yeah, and then they went to the mouse team. It was like, listen, make sure you show Gus and Jack at least cutting some fabric. God damn it.
Yeah. But we get it one of the small tertiary mouse
Yes.
inside the dress,
Yes.
threading the needle back through.
So fun.
He's sewing.
Incredibly dangerous,
He
but
was
so
sewing.
Yeah,
fun.
he's got the worst job. He's blind in there. Just
Well,
a
but
needle
she's got the
flying.
other. She's getting it on the other side,
Yeah.
right?
But like,
Didn't
there's
see
a
that
point where he has to
Sure.
like duck under the
So does
needle.
she. Right?
But she's
he
kind
threads
of
it back through.
more in the open. He's in a
Okay.
kind of confined space. There's less room to dodge.
And less
Okay.
lighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's probably got a bird lookout. Right?
Yeah.
No squirrels or chipmunks at all.
None.
Yeah, I was pretty mad about that.
Because I was going to say they could have helped, but yeah.
No bushy tails.
No bushy tails.
No.
They didn't need them. They weren't cooking.
Yeah, because it's a spoon.
I don't remember. Didn't they do something with baking in Sleeping Beauty? The squirrel tails?
Maybe.
Doesn't matter.
I think they dusted.
Or
Oh,
bunnies.
I think that's what it is. They
Like
dusted.
dust.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're in the city.
Yeah.
That's mice territory.
Yeah. See, it makes sense.
Yeah.
We're talking ourselves out of so many of our issues with this movie.
I know.
I love it.
And it was so charming.
Yeah. I have a quick question, though, about animals and what they're doing or not
Yeah.
doing. So, the Bruno the dog and horse, does the horse have a name?
I don't think so.
Bruno the dog and Horse the horse.
Yep.
They have been turned into human men.
Yeah.
They have taken her to the ball. They are ready to rock at midnight for
Yeah.
her to get out of there. What do you think they were doing the whole rest of the time?
Yeah.
I like
Just
to think
imagine it.
they're probably like they probably like don't know how to speak, right? So it's just them like pretending to be humans to each other.
Like
and,
doing like goofy little moves, like miming stuff.
Yeah, but
Love
they're like,
that.
wow, 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 wow.
I bet they just like messed with their thumbs the whole time.
yeah,
Just
like,
open
wow.
and close doors.
Just picked up sticks in a very specific way.
Yeah.
And like the horseman probably was telling them like mice horses like
Yes.
how to do cool horse things
Sure. Like,
in their horse bodies.
oh, you guys are squandering this. Okay.
Nothing like stamping your feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Probably a great time. I'd watch that.
I would too.
But then if you had that, they probably had that animated, but then they're
sure.
like, we gotta put the
Guys,
Cinderella in
Cinderella
here.
has to be in the movie. We already made up the
There
poster.
was probably a whole Prince team that had like a good plan for like a backstory
Oh,
and
sure.
actually a developed character.
Yeah, like he had gone to
They're like,
war
we gotta
and
cut
was
everything
like,
out. You get one eye roll and a lot of bows.
There has to be some backstory to the army that's released when
holy
Okay,
shit.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so the Grand Duke, his whole job, according to his napness, is like, make sure this goes right, get her name, get her deets, get those digits so we can get this marriage going. He sees her running away, terrified. He runs after her, he grabs the shoe. She gets into that pumpkin carriage. He can't follow. He's on foot. He's a man on foot. He, I don't know, opens a gateway to the dark shadow realm, and like this gate opens up, and these like genuinely terrifying shadow men with blood red capes come out with
Yeah.
their black stallions.
And they take off fast and immediately.
I mean, this is the defense team for
Yeah.
the entire society,
Right,
right?
like they
The-
definitely were not trained for just chasing down a lady from the ball, right?
But they're not like normal military.
I agree.
No.
These are
They're
like
supernatural.
covert ops. Yeah,
Yeah.
and probably
Seals.
vampires.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are probably vampires.
They will don't see them at night.
We only see them at night. They are incredibly fast and fleet-footed,
Yeah,
walking through the shadows.
able to crush
they're kind of like
pumpkins.
basically wraith riders.
Yes, exactly. Do you think that's where Tolkien got the idea? Wait,
Yeah.
when was that written?
Probably before this.
Probably before it.
I want to say that there was a moment Beth and I shared
Oh, okay.
as the carriage was racing away and they were being chased by these other horsemen and everything
Vampires.
vampires, and everything returns to as it was. You know, the coach returns it into a pumpkin and it's left in the path. So all the other creatures scurry under a tree, and then the vampire
Thank you.
horsemen
Yes.
come running by and they smash the pumpkin to bits. And Beth and I had the same thought at the same time, like, I think that's how they got Smashing Pumpkins' name. Never mind that, like, Smashing Pumpkins is an activity that people do on Halloween. Like, there are many other references, but
Right.
I think because in this movie there are so many references that we would think about later, that it just sort of seemed in keeping with, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope it is where they got their
I
name.
think technically
They were watching
are
Cinderella.
the Smashing Pumpkins, and it's more like smashing, like it's
Oh,
great.
really?
I think so.
Really?
I don't know. Check the pocket duck.
Oh.
That seems like so much more cheery than like their music.
Wait, just smashing like it's a good.
Like
a smashing good time.
smashing
Isn't
pumpkin.
that more English though?
Yeah. So
But they're Chicago, right?
so
I don't know.
Silly
Chicagoans putting on airs. Just take over to Halloween.
have
You
you
pick up a
ever
pumpkin
heard
and you
Billy
smash
Corgan
it.
talk? Like
Yeah, he's a
he's
whack.
definitely putting on airs.
Yeah.
Although now he like maybe owns a wrestling team. I don't know.
What?
I don't know about
really?
that.
He's all over the place.
Ah,
Yeah.
check the pocket duck.
Check the pocket duck.
He's tall.
What?
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Just he's unexpectedly tall.
just throwing that out there.
yeah.
I have some MVPs
Please.
real quick.
Great.
Please.
The guards at the castle when Cinderella walks in, and they all like kind of their eyes like follow her as she
Yes.
walks
Very
in.
professional. They're completely
Yeah, but they
stable,
are
like-
horned up.
Oh yeah,
That dress, simple but daring.
that's right.
Yes.
Ooh, gow, gow.
Just was like such a odd animation for a
Yeah.
kids movie.
Do you think that was another note where like they just had drawn them like without any animation, and someone's like, "No, come on."
Cinderella in that dress?
Cinderella walks by. You're not saying the guards are going to at least take a peek?
Yeah.
That'll also use up at least 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. We linger on the
We need
guards.
more people
Yeah.
time.
That's
I
right.
got another 90 minutes of mouse animation. I can't put it in.
Yeah.
I can't put it in.
Listen, look, There's no way they're going to let us put in the prince's PTSD backstory from his war in the Alps. Just put in a horny guard to pad it out. Amazing.
Well,
Great people, despite them being minimally animated most of the time.
yeah, it was very fun. A+.
A+ to the mouse team in particular, and to the people team for just doing the best with what they were given.
Yeah. Not much.
Short runway for that people team.
Yeah, they had to make every line count.
Ugh.
I think they did. They
Yeah.
actually did a pretty good job.
Well, before
Yes,
we
Dan?
get to our final reviews of the movie we just watched, Cinderella, we like to query our fans.
Oh.
Specifically on the Discord, which is a text chat platform. Is that right, Beth?
I believe that's what I said earlier.
To see if they have any questions or comments, Q's or C's. for
Fan
this
engagement.
movie.
We're talking about fan
we're talking
engagement.
fan engagement.
Baby.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
In this economy?
Hey, it's free. Discord, not being a patron.
The Discord isn't free either because you have to be a patron to get on the Discord.
Right. But it's free
But
to install.
only $1 a month.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's inflation proof.
Yes. Is that
That's
true?
true.
Like, basically,
Well, we're not
look,
inflating it.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like a Costco hot dog.
Yeah.
The reference machine asks, would you wear glass shoes?
No.
No way.
I'm terrified.
Good
I would
Lord.
be, especially not to go dancing.
Oh,
in.
Can
my
you imagine at any moment if it broke? Like you just slice your foot
Even
open.
dancing in like conventional dress shoes is
Also-
uncomfortable after a bit.
If I'm wearing shoes, it's because I don't want anyone to see my feet. I'm not wearing see-through shoes.
Yeah, the moral of the story is always show feet.
No, not happening. Sorry.
The reference machine further asks, can everyone hear the talking animals or is it just Cinderella? Good question.
I think it's just Cinderella, right?
Yeah, and also it's just the mice.
Whoa, it is
Right?
just the mice.
Birds don't talk.
Birds don't
Bruno's
talk. Bruno don't talk. Horse no talk. Lucifer no talk.
Did they were talking to each other, but does she ever wait? Now I'm like, do they say something to her and she's like, what? This thing?
I mean, when they're
Oh yeah, I guess they do because she's like, he's in the trap? Why did you
Yeah.
say so earlier?
Yeah.
I don't know, but that could be the kind of thing
Like a
where
Lassie
she's just
situation.
interpreting. Yeah, a Lassie situation.
So maybe she just hears like zuck zuck or whatever.
Maybe
they decided the mouse noise is.
original was that it was all mouse sounds, but they were like, you guys, this is
so much mice
180
content."
minutes of mice. We have to understand what they're saying.
That'd be amazing. They had to go back.
Maybe this is maybe the fairy godmother showed up and was like, here's some magic mice friends that you can talk to.
Yeah. She just forgot to actually say that out loud to Cinderella.
Yeah. Because she didn't want to freak her out.
I guess.
I don't know.
It's like, she's not desperate enough to see me in my full splendor.
So does Gus not learn to speak until he is trapped inside the castle and given clothes?
Whoa. Oh, maybe it's like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
They put a hat on him.
Oh, maybe it's
But the birds
magic
don't.
clothes.
The birds don't.
Yet none of the birds talk.
Does she only make magic clothes
The
for the
horse
mice?
doesn't talk, and the dog doesn't talk, and the cat doesn't talk.
Well, nobody gets clothes, but some of the birds do get
Yeah.
clothes.
Birds have clothes, yeah.
They sing.
Maybe there was a limited amount of magic thread that she made the mice clothes out of. But the bird clothes, she felt like they needed a different fabric because of, the motion.
Yeah.
They need some a little more stretch.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Stronger, I don't know about clothes.
But I think arguably she doesn't have to understand what they're saying
Agreed.
in order to do any of the things that she does. It could be one way from her perspective, but from our perspective as the audience, we need to know what's going on.
Right. Yeah, because I guess if she's only interacted with these mice for years, they've developed a system of communication,
Yeah.
right?
There's some urgency. Anyway, some patter.
Great.
How do you feel about this, Dan?
About,
Do you think the
You
mice
know-
actually talked to Cinderella?
yeah.
For listeners at home, when Dan Jaquette
He is dead
gets to the Q's and C's, he's like a horse that sees the barn. He just picks out the pace and will say
All
nothing.
business.
All business. Let's get through these Q's and C's and get home.
I know how many we have, and I know
Okay.
the pace we need to take.
Well,
All
you
right.
could tell
You
us.
can still tell us if you think the mice
I'm
talk.
telling you with my silence.
Wow.
It's also pretty close to Molly Midnight here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. My last name's a palindrome. Asks, the cat's name is Lucifer. Why did no one see that as a red flag? Yeah, it's a wild name for a cat.
Maybe they
I
called
know a cat
it
named Lucifer.
Do you? After this movie?
I don't know. I'll have to ask them.
But like
I know
that,
someone who named their cat Shitty.
sure.
Nice.
Those
Shitty
all
kitty.
seem like jokes, right?
Well, maybe she called it Lucy until the passing of her husband, and then she revealed its full name was Lucifer.
So she's like a little Wednesday Addams.
Yes.
Okay.
The mom, the stepmom.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she probably a demon?
I mean, she might be a witch.
Okay.
There's no magic in her. She's
No?
just pure evil.
Okay.
She's just mean.
She's so mean.
She is just mean.
Benvis asks, what mode of transportation would you hope for from a
Ooh.
fairy godmother? I definitely want mice to be transformed into something as part of it.
Okay, great.
I need my buddies for that.
Sure.
Like light rail.
What would the mice turn into?
Wow.
The cars?
They're the little
Like little wheels.
wheels.
Ah! That's so mean.
That's not mean.
They're just going to roll around on the ground?
They like it.
They do?
Yeah.
Beth.
Public transit.
Hey, everybody knows that rodents love wheels.
Yeah, but...
Why do you think rats hang out in the subway?
Okay.
Yeah, they wish
They
they were
love
trained.
public
I wish they were wheels. What do you want the mice to be?
I'd like light rail. That's a fun answer.
But what do you want the mice to be?
Oh,
Wheels?
maybe the poles that you hang on to.
That's it, like a tail.
Yeah, that's the tail.
So they still have like eyes and a face, like they're sentient poles?
Well, maybe. Now I'm thinking about Cat Bus from
Ooh,
My Neighbor is
yeah.
Totoro. That's great.
Yeah.
I think
guess
it'd
they
be
could
cool if they turned into any animal. That would be fun. Like if they turn into like a puma. Or
The
like
mice?
the mice, yeah.
Are you
then
also
you would
choosing
ride the
light
puma?
rail? Or
You just ride one of the pumas.
Oh, okay.
But you
No.
get to run in a pack.
Or it's like
Oh.
You get the
Frey's
sensation
chariot.
of being like, or like a stallion or
Yeah.
anything large enough that could hold your weight
Uh-huh.
could be fun.
What are the light rails made from? Like the actual train cars.
zucchini or something.
Yeah. Zucchini.
Okay.
Another
Don't
like
let Dan tell you how your train is built.
cucumbers.
Jesus.
Summer squash.
I would like.
Whatever's in season.
Okay, you know that
Thank you for being responsible produce buyer.
I want sustainable magic.
Locally sourced.
Yes. Okay, you know that like that weird little like clown themed hover cup that King Koopa's in Super Mario World?
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I want a potato to turn into that.
Okay.
Okay. And then I want and then I want a bunch of elephants to be transformed into the Koopa Troopas.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You just want like Mario themed transport.
Yeah.
yeah,
And the Koopa Troopers are just like escorting you?
they're hanging out.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe one of them's throwing the wrench or whatever. I guess that wasn't a turtle.
Hammer.
That was that hammer. That's the one that threw the hammer. Turtle hammer.
It'd be cool to get a ride on a giraffe.
What was the giraffe originally?
I don't know.
Pick one.
A kiwi.
The bird or the fruit?
Both.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Okay, so the fruit is the body and
Yeah.
the bird is the neck and
Yeah.
head. I love it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it
See,
does.
this is how you have fun, Dan and Beth.
I was having fun.
You want to just torture mice.
Light rails are fun. Public transportation is good.
The mice are having fun. I thought we established
My
that.
answer for what would be the train cars? Hot dog buns.
All right. That's pretty
that's
good.
That's good. That's
Yeah, it
fun.
is.
Oh, what are the hot dogs?
Huh?
What are the hot dogs?
You can just buy buns.
So your fairy godmother comes down and just transforms your buns into something, and then you just got hot dogs with no buns?
Maybe I was just buying buns. Maybe we already had the hot dogs. And
Why
my
are
wife,
you just buying
Because
buns?
my wife, no big deal, was like, "You forgot to buy buns, you fool."
So you're
Go to
coming
the
home.
store. Yes.
You're coming home from the grocery store.
And my wife is furiously texting me like, "Hurry, hurry!
Oh.
We need the buns."
And you're like, oh, fairy godmother,
I
please
need to get
me
there
home.
fast.
This is my rock bottom.
My wife's mad. I'm
A
not home.
slice of hope left.
Fairy Godmother comes and says, "Oh, your bald, tired Honda Civic is no match for these icy roads. Here, we'll turn these hot dog buns into a well laid out light rail transit that actually goes through parts of Minneapolis that people use.
Wouldn't that be the dream?
Local
To
reference.
have a light rail that doesn't just go to the Mall of America.
Someday.
Well, it also goes downtown.
Goes downtown, which no one goes to anymore.
That's what I've heard.
Local reference.
It's just a war zone.
I've heard
Local
that.
reference.
Local reference. Did we answer the question?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, hot dog buns.
Hot dog buns. That's it.
Wow.
You were pacing us
You made it. Yeah, you
three
made this
questions.
whole big deal about like, we got so many questions. I don't want to talk
I'm
too
staying
much.
brief for you. I did it for you.
Wow.
And there's only like 3.
Come on, Dan.
Jeez.
Okay, bonus comment that has a visual element, so it'll be great for the podcast. Totes Head number 5 states, well, now I want to know where to buy the weed Cinderella smoked right before this scene.
What scene?
It's a gif of her thinking about the prince while her sisters pile clothes in her arms.
Oh, yeah. Good gag.
She's very into it's a very dreamy look.
Yes.
And it was so nice, honestly,
High
that
on hope.
Yeah.
yeah, and it was so
strongest
nice
drug.
that she didn't blurt something out or whatever, right? The
Yeah.
stepmother just is able to intuit
Finally.
finally.
After staring at her at the ball.
Yeah,
Well- Okay, I will
don't
say
wanna-
that's real though.
Okay.
What's real?
Okay, I started a job. It was my first job at Turner Broadcasting. And I worked with this woman who was very, very capable and nice, but like her skin was kind of gray and she just seemed like very tired all the time. And I don't know, she seemed okay.
Sure.
But I didn't really get to know her. It was hard to. But she left that department like, 3 months into my time there. And sometime after that, I was walking across, there was like this bridge, like a skyway, if you will.
Sure.
But all indoors, between the North Tower and the South Tower at CNN Center. And I saw this woman walking towards me, like going the other direction. And she had this flowy scarf and just looked like the happiest person I had ever seen. And I did not recognize her. And she said, Molly?
Oh.
And I realized it was my colleague. She had just been miserable in her old job, and in her new job, she had transferred within the company. She was on cloud 9, and she seemed like a totally different person.
Like a mouse with a royal hat.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm glad somebody finally understands me.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I really it changed everything about her demeanor. So if you're used to seeing,
Yeah. And I guess if
You're-
she thinks of her as trash.
Yeah.
then she just wouldn't be able to have
Even
the
fathom.
cognitive dissonance would.
It's like the argument of why Clark Kent can just wear a pair of glasses to hide the world that he is Superman, because no one would think that such a powerful creature as Superman could be just a normal human man who is super ripped.
Yeah, I was
Under
gonna
that
say
business suit.
Can you hide that? I mean, I get it. Vin Diesel can't find. No, not Vin Diesel. The Rock cannot find a sweater
Sure.
that is roomy enough. I get it, but Clark Kent, still.
On the other hand, check out Christopher Reeve in one of the Supermen. He does a transformation between them at one point, and it's amazing. And some people think it's a special effect, and it's not. It's just him changing his posture.
Really?
Yes.
Have to look it up.
It's great. We should watch that, actually. It's a classic.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay.
That's not the one where they make the Earth go around backwards.
It might be.
Okay. Got it. Superman. Anyway, we are talking about the movie Cinderella.
Superman.
Super Cinder.
Wow. It is a Molly Midnight.
It does pass the Bechdel-Wallace test
yes.
many, many times.
Thank God.
Thank you. Thank you, Beth.
You're welcome, Molly.
Was it?
Delayed reaction. I'm so sorry.
We're crushing this.
Dan, that's
What?
Dan, no, the other Dan. You're
Yeah,
supposed
it's
to queue
your
up
fault.
for
Oh,
ratings.
I have one more comment
Oh,
about
okay.
the movie Cinderella, since we want to have more things for Beth to edit out. We're Cinderella doesn't give up the goods that she's thinking about the prince in
That's what you meant.
the
Okay.
laundry scene. But I don't want to blame her because she's obviously the victim in the house, but I feel like at this point she should play her cards a little closer to her chest.
Yeah.
Or like she gives her stepmom more opportunities than she needs to
Right.
like punish her.
Right.
Well, if you want to blame,
I said I didn't want
victim?
to.
Well,
I preceded that with I didn't want to.
well, that's like if
But
people
I
say,
had to because you bullied me into talking. That's the only thing I can think of.
the moral of the story is
Yes, edit this to make me sound like the victim.
the moral is always show feet, never hum in front of your stepmom, and be nice to mice, I guess.
yeah, and if
Yeah.
you're a cat, like at some point, cool it.
Or at least stay off the top floor of the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yikes.
Oof, boy.
You're in Cinderella's house now. Am I right?
You are right.
Yeah.
The palace?
Well, it's just like literally in her space.
Oh,
like it seems like
yes.
he did okay when he wasn't anywhere near that, but
Right.
he was trying to bring the fight.
It's true.
The fight brought him to the ground.
Our rating scale, as we
Yes.
all remember, was tiny hats. Not just any tiny hats. These are Gus Sus hats.
Us are us tiny hats.
Gus are us hats. Tiny hats.
Gus us are us hats, tiny hats?
Yeah. It's
it is
a
now.
division. Yeah. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
Gus are us hats.
That's the full.
It's the umbrella company,
Yes, of course.
and he's branched out into tiny hats.
I see.
specifically.
I mean, didn't he start in tiny hats?
Sure, yeah, but sort
Or
of
maybe
the
he did
larger.
start in tiny hats because they learned how to make human clothes.
That's right.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's all coming back around.
Wow. Gus us are us hats, tiny hats division.
Tiny hats, which is sort of like a drive up, walk up style
Fly up.
kiosk. Where
But
you,
nice.
Scurry up.
but nice, yeah. And Gus is not trapped inside; he
Yes,
can
it's
get
very-
out,
Let us make it very clear.
but no one else can get in.
That's right.
Well, they could. It's just,
There's not
Employees,
much room in
maybe.
there.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
No, they respect this craft.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just Gus and the hats, baby.
And the right hat picks you, and they're all kinds of hats,
yes. Even fascinating.
Fascinators.
which we're gonna find out what they are, but maybe only if someone does a half rating.
Right.
Dan, you go first. You gave it a 4, and I want to say something about the ratings this time. I tried my darndest
Okay.
to write legibly. I took the extra time, and now we're going to see how well it paid
Okay,
off.
here we go. I'm excited.
You thought it was a classic for a reason, and you would be charmed by parts. Nope, it would charm the pants off you.
Yes, it was a classic for a reason. It's a real fun time. It was way goofier than I was expecting. I had a grand old time watching that cat get its face shaped into different shapes when it would try to catch a mouse and run into something. Love that dad and his just weird approach to parenting and grandparenting. Eventually, I had a good time. Was it my favorite Disney romp? No, but good times. Sticking with 4 Gus Sasaras hats, tiny hats. And these hats,
Oh,
let
shit.
me tell you. Ooh, let me tell you. These hats are a little newsboy cap
Oh.
on a chipmunk.
Great, cute.
It's a
Oh,
little
no.
stevedore like knit cap on a blue jay.
Oh, yep.
It's a baseball cap tilted to the side on a baby bunny.
Aw.
I have one more, right?
Yeah.
Then the last one is a pointy stars and moons wizard's hat.
Oh, sure.
Where'd you think I was going?
Like Revolutionary War tricorner hat.
Oh, sure. Well,
Yeah.
save that for somebody else.
Okay.
A
That's
wizard's hat, a pointy wizard's hat on a bee.
Wow, unexpected wizard bee.
Love it. For the listener, Molly has written out the rating system for me to
Very
read
kindly
in
written.
large
Yes.
print. So Gus Sus are us hats Tiny hats is the rating scale that I'm going to be using.
Yes, Beth, you gave it 4.5. You had a lot of nostalgia, and you would think it would be cute and charming.
I agree with myself from the first half. I had lots of moments that I was just like kind of smiling at the screen, and I was delighted by it. I liked all the songs like I thought I was going to like, and I liked all the cute little animals. And I am agreeing 100%. 4.5.
Ooh.
Gus are us.
Molly, hold it up quick.
Gus are us hats, tiny hats.
Wow.
And the hats are all just like different beanie colors.
Beanie what?
They're like different beanies on
sure.
cool snakes.
On cool snakes?
Oh, wow. That's like
love
a
that.
hip-hop dance crew?
Yes.
Yeah.
With beanies?
Yeah, they got kind of like neon. There's like a neon green one and an
Yes.
orange one.
These the hats or the snakes?
The hats.
Okay.
But the snakes are like doing like, they're like breakdancing.
Yes.
And doing cool shapes and stuff.
What's the half a hat?
What's a half a hat?
The snake has eaten half of one
Oh,
Snake.
because I thought it was a mouse,
The hungry
but it
one.
wasn't.
The hungry one.
Yeah.
There's always a hungry
There's
one.
always a
Every
hungry
crew.
one.
Yep.
Gus.
Gus are us. All right. I gave it 3.5 Gus are us hats, tiny hats.
For the listener, Molly took the time to rip that page out of her notebook so that she could easily hold it up.
And I gave it that rating because no swords.
Ah.
And so, yes, sword.
Sword.
Singular.
Yeah.
Sword. I'm going to go, I suppose I enjoyed it and was charmed. I'm sort of like, there's sort of nothing to it. It's just a lot of mice hijinks. But I suppose that's fine.
Sure.
It's fine. 4. I'm going to go up to 4. They are, of course, tricorner hat.
Of course.
On a squirrel, damn it. We're going to get a bushy-tailed squirrel. And the next hat... The next hat is a sleeping cap, which we saw in this movie. A sleeping cap with a big poof ball on the end on a real sleepy leopard.
Aww.
And the third hat is a visor on a lizard smoking a cigarette.
Are we talking point of order? Are we talking athletic visor or like the green plastic visor in a casino?
Casino visor, yeah.
Okay.
So he's smoking a cigarette and gambling.
Of course.
I see.
And the fourth hat, of course, is it's a, I was gonna say headband, but that's half a hat. The fourth hat is a stovepipe hat busted out on a little hobo raccoon.
Oh, I love it. These are all trademarked, by the way, Disney.
Yeah, this is our
Can't take
animated
these
universe.
Those cool snakes are ours, damn it.
Molly, you had thought you would give it 5 because you love animals and tiny clothes, and you were feeling very optimistic.
And I continue to feel optimistic. And I feel like I forgave so many things with this movie that I wouldn't forgive in others. And I'm just owning that. That's fine. It was fun. I was delighted. I had way more fun than I expected to. And I really appreciated the level of sass that Cinderella had. It was not too much, not too little, not bad. To that end, I am giving 4.5 Gus R Us hats, tiny hats.
For the listener, Molly held that piece of paper up for herself.
And one is like made of a little button that's been fitted to a mongoose.
Oh my God.
One is like a little soda cap as the base with some flowers added. That's for a duck.
Yes,
Now,
of course it is.
There's a very, very swank fedora that is for our progruser. And progruser, sorry. Then a sailor hat for a penguin.
Yes,
sure.
And finally a fascinator.
Here we go.
Which is for a butterfly.
Okay, but what is
But what is a fascinator?
A fascinator is like, it's almost like a hair clip with like some feathers or other decorative pieces.
Okay.
Sure.
So it's like a half hat.
Got
Yeah.
it.
And like it's a little tiny butterfly. It is actually some of the most intricate work that Gus does.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
for that small of a space,
I mean, it's very small. And also you're trying to dress up a butterfly. Like,
huge ask.
good luck.
like
That's
a hat
like
on a hat.
trying to
Yeah,
dress
it
up
is like a-
Jennifer Lopez. Am I right?
Probably.
Like, it's already gorgeous. What are you going to do?
Oh, sure.
I mean, she
dresses
She brings it, right? She still brings it, I think.
No, that's what I'm saying.
She's allowed to dress up.
Molly,
No.
let J-Lo dress however she wants.
How are you not hearing me? She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she is gorgeous,
Yeah.
and she can wear whatever clothes she wants on her gorgeous frame.
Yeah. It's
Molly?
not up to us to police her body, Molly.
Don't blame J-Lo.
Yeah.
It's not J-Lo's fault.
That's right. It's A-Rod's fault.
That's right. Yes,
Yeah,
right?
always.
Is it?
Bennifer forever, I think. Is that correct?
Bennifer for now.
Wow.
Wish them all the happiness.
Sure, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Close followers of our regional podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I've got.
Okay, thank you for teaching
I'm
us
just Molly
about-
on the block.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, I get it.
J-Lo. It's a J-Lo reference.
Yeah. Wait, but A-Rod owns the Timberwolves and the Lynx now.
Is that true?
Does he
Yes.
still?
Reference?
No, because I think he was like dropping out of that deal.
No, he owns them.
This is
I
our,
don't know.
our basketball expert here.
Yeah, I watch basketball.
I am
Do you?
leaving the podcast.
Yes.
Oh my
Does
God.
he?
You haven't
Yeah.
been following me liking basketball?
No.
It's nonstop.
Are you
He
serious?
talks about it all the time.
He and his wife, NBD,
What?
watch basketball together.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
They do not.
We do. They got a game against the Rockets tonight.
You're missing
Is
it.
the Rockets a team?
Yeah, they're terrible.
Dwayne the Rockets Johnson.
Wow, he should buy that team.
He
He'll
should.
buy a sports team
He
one
will.
day.
Yeah.
Let's
Just like-
bet the Rockets are going to buy a sports team.
And America.
In America. Can you have both?
What do you mean?
A sports team in America?
Yeah.
George W. Bush owned
Oh.
the Rangers.
Yeah, but didn't he stop doing that when he became president?
Maybe. So maybe there's your answer.
You just put it in trust.
There you go.
That's
you probably gave it to Jeb.
Ugh.
Please clap.
Jeb.
Thanks, clap. God bless him.
God
Please
bless
clap
you,
is
Jeb.
one of the great pathetic things
I
in
love
the
it
world.
so much.
This episode was about the movie Cinderella.
Yeah.
Cinderella, Cinderella, night and day, Cinderella. Watching and edit the podcast.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. That means we're the evil stepsisters and the stepmom.
Wait, who's the mom?
I don't know.
Oh, probably you, Dan.
Yeah.
What? That's probably right.
Yeah. You manipulate that
I'm
the
more
most.
awkward than mean.
Yeah, I feel like Molly and I are Drizella and Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Yeah. All right, well.
Well,
It's also because Molly and I have the sweetest cans. The butts. They have those huge butts in the...
Is that what can means?
Sometimes.
59.
Yeah, mice.
Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. New episodes of Totes Recall drop on the 15th of every month. For more information and bonus content, visit us at totesrecall.com. Thank you so much for listening.